Jillian Mahen here for BTN.com, and we are talking with Northwestern's Joe Jones, a linebacker who is in a very unique situation. And Joe, just for those who may not know that much about you, you are not only a student athlete trying to balance football on top of academics at a very tough school, but you're also a husband and a brand new father. So first and foremost, congratulations on your newest addition to your family. And tell me, I think the question that a lot of fans would have is, how do you balance all of this?
It's a lot, as I'm sure people assume. It actually, though, hasn't been too crazy. I haven't had a meltdown, which I'm very surprised. Scarlett is very chill baby. So when I come home, she's sitting there just eyes wide open and doing nothing or taking a nap. She sleeps through the night, so I get my rest throughout the day. So it's been pretty good. But yeah, it's also been a lot trying to be able to be at home as much as I possibly can while still doing everything else I need to do for football and for school and trying to be a good husband at the same time. So.
Yeah, let's go back to the moment when you found out that your wife was pregnant. What was that moment like when you realized that you were going to be having a baby?
Scary at first. Very scary. Unlike getting married, it was not planned. But at the same time, I was very excited. I've always been excited to be a dad. This just wasn't necessarily the timing, but we embraced it. We love her to death, and I'm extremely happy to have Scarlett in my life. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, I know a lot of new parents talk about that first moment when they actually get to hold their child for the very first time. Do you remember what was going through your head when you got to hold Scarlett?
I was extremely happy. Tears. I was bawling my eyes out. We did actually a home birth with the midwife and a tub and everything. So I actually got to catch her in the water and pull her out, and I was the first person to hold her. It was an amazing experience. I couldn't stop crying for the first 30 minutes after she was born. So
that's awesome. That's fantastic. So did you know that you were having a girl, or did you guys wait to see if it was to surprise you guys?
We waited.
Oh, wow.
We waited. So it was actually her decision, Amber's decision. I wanted to know. Once I found out, I'm like, all right, I need to know if I'm having a boy or girl, mentally prepare myself for whichever one I'm having. But she wanted to wait, so as that goes, the wife wins, and we waited.
And you learned that. That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So then what was it like when you found out you were having a girl?
During that day, it didn't matter what I was having. At first, I thought she was a boy, but then obviously we finally took a look after the first 10 minutes and realized it was a girl. And I was still bawling my eyes out the entire time. No emotions changed. I was still extremely happy. Yeah.
How is that? I mean, obviously, you're in a locker room full of guys all the time. You know, you're playing football. You're so football focused. And then you get to come home and you have this little girl in bows and pink and all of the things that go along with having a daughter.
She definitely softens me up. Yeah, she has me wrapped around her finger already, and she's not even a year old yet. Can't even say anything or do anything. But she definitely softens my heart. Definitely brings out my emotional side, my more sensitive side. So.
Does she have much of a personality yet? I know she's not quite at the 2-month mark, so I know there's a lot of different milestones that you hit with babies. So does she have a personality? Any giggling, smiling, anything like that?
Not yet. She does. So the funny thing is she doesn't smile yet. She won't interact with you and smile. But when she sleeps, every now and then she has random smiles 10 times when she's sleeping. So she'll just pop a smile for half a second and then go back to normal. Why can't you do that when you're awake so I can see this and interact with you? But she's getting there. I'm looking forward to it.
What's the toughest part about being a dad?
The toughest part? Sheesh. I don't think it's hit yet. I think it will once the whole, bringing a kid into the world and having to raise them and teach them the things that they need to know and do, and obviously trying to mold them to be a great person of character. So I don't think I've had that part hit yet. But as of right now, I think it's just the whole balancing act and trying to go to football in the morning, then do more film, do homework, try and go home and spend time with them, then go back and do more film, go to class, come back home, maybe spend a little time with them and then go to bed and do it all over again. I think the juggling act has been the hardest part so far.
Yeah, you mentioned the juggling act, and I think the thing that new parents complain the most about is the lack of sleep. So with football, and you're having to get up early to go to practice, as you mentioned, you have film, you have school. What does your sleep schedule actually look like? Do you get any sleep?
I do. Like I said, she's awesome. She's definitely a blessing. She will usually go to sleep about the time I do, so about 10 o'clock. We try and get her to bed around then, so we'll take a shower, feed her, and then hopefully she falls asleep. Some nights she'll stay up later, but usually when she sleeps, she's out. She sleeps for these past few weeks, about 8 to 9 hours.
Wow.
Every now and then she'll fuss in the middle of the night and you give her a pacifier and she'll pass right back out. But sometimes she doesn't even need that and she's just asleep. My wife has to wake her up. So yeah, she's been awesome. So I'll leave and she's not even awake yet. I'll get Snapchats before I go out to the field of my wife saying, "Good morning, baby girl's awake."
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, she's been a huge blessing.
My goodness, she sounds like an extremely thoughtful baby at just a couple weeks
Yeah.
old. She's born during the bye week. She lets you sleep
Yes.
through the night.
Yes.
My goodness, what more could you ask for? It seems like she's got this all figured out.
Yeah, me, my wife, my family, the entire team were extremely happy when she was born during the bye week. I know they had things set up for me if I needed to go during a game if she was born early. Her due date was during the bye week, which is great. She was born a day late, but the fact that she was born on the bye week was a huge blessing, along with her being able to sleep through the night.
Joe, thank you so much for joining us and talking to us about your family and your time at Northwestern. We really appreciate it, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for hearing and thanks for caring, guys, and hearing the story about my baby girl. I appreciate it.